Episode 2 opens in 2008. Kim is with his handler, who lays out the mission. Multiple South Korean soldiers had been sent into North Korea on peacekeeping operations, only to be killed across Singapore, Japan, and Hong Kong. The man responsible is Jong-sung, Deputy Director of North Korea's General Bureau of Intelligence. Kim is ordered to eliminate him. We cut to Kim on his motorcycle, tailing Jong-sung's convoy through a tunnel. He opens fire, takes out the guards, forces Jong-sung into a vehicle, and drives straight toward a wall of North Korean soldiers. Kim tells Jong-sung this is where they both die, and sends the car into the water. The news breaks across media channels. Everyone assumes the attacker must have been a North Korean operative. Both men are reported dead. Kim's handler watches from his couch, laughs and says it sounds like the man just really needed a vacation. We move to a hospital. Kim arrives because his wife Yoonjin is in labor, and the delivery has gone critical. Doctors emerge from surgery and tell him the baby is fine, a girl, but they could not save his wife. Kim walks in and sees his newborn daughter, Minji, for the first time. His wife is still barely conscious. She tells him to leave the past behind and take care of Minji, to raise her into someone the whole world can love. Then she is gone. In the next scene, Kim walks into his handler's office and levels a gun at him. He had been promised discharge after completing the mission. He wants out, permanently. If that doesn't happen, he will kill everyone in the building. The handler agrees. We get a quiet montage of what follows. Kim raising Minji. The first time she calls him dad. Her birthday. Picking her up from school. Then we land back in the present and catch up to what happened to Minji. Nam-hoon is leaving his academy when Mino, the bully from the previous episode, steps out with his crew, beats him, and takes his phone. He uses it to send Minji a message asking her to meet him at the gate behind school. He has something to tell her. Minji shows up. What she finds instead is a group of students waiting for her, including Hyri, who tells her Nam-hoon is not coming. He is sick, but they came in his place. Then she starts laughing. Kim comes home to an empty apartment. On the other side of the city, Minji confronts Hyri directly. She says she has already been transferred. Is that not enough? Has this not gone far enough? Hyri refuses to let it go. She wants Minji on her knees. Minji tells her she is not her father, and will not bow. Hyri snaps and attacks her, then dares Minji to hit her back. When Minji finally does, she beats Hyri easily. But Mino grabs Minji and starts beating her himself. Minji tells Hyri she had to bring an entire gang just to face one person. That makes her a coward. Hyri, furious, picks up a brick and brings it down on Minji's head. Minji collapses. Blood begins to spread. Hyri panics and tries to wake her, but Minji does not respond. Students around them have been recording everything. Someone tries to call an ambulance. Mino shouts them down, confiscates every phone, and warns everyone that if they go to the police, they are all implicated. He tells Hyri to relax. He knows someone who can make the body disappear. He calls a man named Minshal, explains what happened. Minshal refuses. Then Hyri grabs the phone, screaming that she is the daughter of Gang Chan, chairman of Juhan Construction. In a car parked nearby, the man known as Golden Teeth, who we have seen before, is listening to all of it. He calls Minshal in and tells him he has no choice. Call back and take the job. They arrive at the scene, load Minji into a car trunk, and drop Hyri home. Golden Teeth asks her directly, did she really do this? Hyri confirms it, and tells him not to worry about the money. Golden Teeth says money is not the point. He is doing this because her father once did something for him. He records everything she says. Before he leaves, he warns her not to say a word about tonight to her father. If she does, they are both finished. We flash back to the end of episode 1. Kim is torturing Mino and demanding to know where his daughter is. Mino gives up Minshal's location. At the bank, Kim's colleague Aksu notices he has not shown up. His other colleague Sang tries calling him. He does not pick up. Kim is at home loading his weapons, preparing to go after Minshal. We follow Kim to Minshal's building. Inside, Minshal and his men are torturing a family, demanding money. The old man says he has nothing. Minshal threatens to sell off his daughter's organs. She is dragged into another room. The doorbell rings. Minshal sends someone to check. A crash. His men start dropping. Kim has come in through the front and is moving through the building. He finds the girl and kills the doctor just before he can act. He saves her. Minshal positions himself near the door, ready to ambush whoever comes through, but nothing happens. Then he tries to run. Kim had rigged the exit with wire before entering. Minshal's feet are cut from under him. Kim pulls him out. At the laundry, Golden Teeth's woman is watching surveillance footage, the fight involving Jinchul that happened earlier. Mr. Limbus comes over to look. Both of them are shaken by what they see. In a North Korean intelligence monitoring room, an analyst spots the same footage of the fight. She freezes on Kim's face, runs a search, and identifies him, code 66. She escalates immediately. Senior officials gather. Among them is Run, general director of the intelligence agency. He makes it plain. Whatever Kim did to their republic, he has to die. They will run a covert operation. His superior pushes back, citing the ongoing peace agreement between North and South. Acting now could be politically catastrophic. Ryung storms back to his office in a rage, saying none of his people are capable of taking Kim alive, and that is not even the right goal. No one understands how dangerous Kim actually is. His assistant suggests sending one of their operatives south. Ryung says no one in their ranks is good enough. Then he mentions a name, Gyeong. He remembers a flashback of Gyeong wiping out an entire crew alone. The assistant reminds him Gyeong is dead. Kim put a knife in his back and took code 66 for himself. Ryung thinks for a moment and asks whether Gyeong's younger brother is still in their ranks. He has heard the brother is every bit as talented. Bring him to me, he says. We are sending him south. Across the border in South Korea, we check in with another intelligence office. Director Gugchol and his assistant are discussing the same footage. She explains that Kim and Jinchol fought side by side in the north for years. Kim has now been spotted operating in the south, which means the north knows he is alive and will stop at nothing to eliminate him, and they have likely already sent someone. Gugchol says it doesn't matter. They need to find Kim before the north does. Back with Kim, he is working on Minchol. He knows about the trafficking operation run through a telegram group. Minchol stalls, then tries the one card he has left. He claims he is a minor, untouchable by law. Kim is not moved. He says Minchol is still breathing because he believes his daughter might be alive. If she is not, there will be no one left. Not Minchol, not his family, not his friends. A message then arrives in the group. The body has been disposed of. Keep your boys quiet. Kim calls the number. The men in the car see an unfamiliar call coming in. Their boss tells them not to pick up and to delete the group immediately. The group vanishes. Kim tells Minchol to make contact. Kim shoots him in the foot and tells him again. Minchol breaks and then admits he lied. There is no minor status. He is not protected. Kim raises his weapon. Police arrive before he can act. Haeri is at home, terrified, compulsively checking the news for any report of a high school student's body being found. Nothing. She replays the moment Minji's father fought Minchol. Then Gongchan comes home and asks his wife about Haeri. She has been in her room all day. He goes to check on her. She tells him she is fine, just tired. He asks if something happened with Minji. He tells her she can let it go, and that whatever comes up, he will protect her. She asks him, very carefully, what Minji's father does for a living. He asks why. She says she is just curious. Over at Golden Teeth's operation, one of his employees questions why he let Gongchan's daughter walk away. They could have made serious money off her. Golden Teeth shuts that down immediately. If Gongchan ever found out, he says, the man would destroy them all. He then flashes back to 2016, when he went with his former boss to meet Gongchan. At that point, Gongchan had already swallowed up dozens of smaller companies and was becoming a serious power in the city. A construction deal had fallen behind schedule. Golden Teeth's boss stood there and apologized, promising to do better. Gongchan walked up close, asked him if he truly meant that apology, and then had glass shards spread on the floor and tortured him in front of everyone. Back in the present, Golden Teeth's employee says the man sounds like a genuine psychopath. He then asks what secret Gongchan supposedly has over Golden Teeth. Golden Teeth tells him that is none of his business. Meanwhile, Kim is being taken away by police. On a coastal road, a man named Gongseon has just crossed over from North Korea into the south. He meets his contact near a church, someone who has been living in South Korea for years and has been gathering intelligence. The contact hands him information about Kim and tells him that if he wants to find Kim, his best entry point is the local jail, where Jinchol, Kim's closest ally, was recently arrested. Jinchol can point him to Kim's location. Gongseon recalls his briefing with Ronyang before departing. Ronyang told him exactly what happened to his older brother. How Kim stabbed him in the back, took the Code 66 designation for himself, and left his brother for dead. Kill Kim, Ronyang told him, and Code 66 is yours. Gongseon agreed. At the jail, Hansu is pleading with a guard, insisting he did nothing. He was only trying to stop Jinchol from fighting, never raised his hand against anyone. After enough pressure, he is released. Walking out, he catches a brief glimpse of Gongseon nearby. Something feels off, but he tells himself he is imagining things and keeps moving. Gongseon slips into the restroom, takes out a guard, puts on the uniform, and walks into the jail. Golden Teeth is sitting alone, replaying Haeri's recorded confession on loop. The part where she admits to killing Minji, confirms the body was disposed of, and asks him to handle everything. He edits the audio carefully, trimming and shaping it. Inside the building, his men have been forcing a family to sign over property documents under duress. They finish and come back out. Golden Teeth tells one of them to open the car trunk. A smell hits them immediately. He screams at his men for not sealing it properly. Then, Minji's finger moves. She is still alive. At the police station, Kim sits in silence through questioning. He gives nothing. Officers run his fingerprints. The system finds a match. then immediately flags the record as restricted and denies access. Nobody in the room knows what to make of it. Then Kim's phone begins to ring on the table. The screen reads, "My daughter." Kim moves for it. He takes out the officers between him and the boar. Inside the interrogation room, a detective picks up the phone, presses it to his ear, and hears a voice say, "Mom,